You may not believe. You may think it's not real.
Is anybody there?
What could be haunting this place?
Do spirits really exist? Use your voice and communicate to us.
I'm Bex.
And I'm Sean
Uncover the truth.
on the Ghost Dimension channel.
Hi, everybody. I hope you're all well today. It is another Tuesday. The birds are all screaming as normal whenever I come in here to do readings. Phoenix is next to me, amusing himself, hopefully quietly. And actually, the keats are really yelling today. So it's a good day here. It's beautiful. Beautiful sunshine. And it's like, let's see what it is. It's like 72 degrees right now here. So it's just a nice chill day. We got a little bit of breeze coming in. And I got the fan on overhead. So we're going to be nice and cool. And we're going to jump into this right away. And I understand. And Kat doesn't usually ask me for reads. But I'll give you a read today, Miss Kat. And happy birthday. Next week, eh? That's awesome. Okay, so I got the deck. Gonna undo the deck. Okie dokie. I hope everybody's having a great week thus far, because we're 2 days into it. Okay, so let me shuffle these up first. I also put the link in the chat. So if there's people that want to come in to the studio for a read, you're welcome to do so. All right, here we go. All right. Let's see what we got for you, Kat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, an interesting card for you. Your card today is the Scorpion. Okay, so people see scorpions, you know, they're not, it's like, oh, that's bad, that's not good, but it is good. It can be very good. And what I'm being told right now is, okay, yep. Okay, so this is about healing for you right now. And the scorpion comes in and, you know, people think, yeah, they sting, but not all scorpions will harm you or they won't cause death. It's just kind of their territorial, and they like to take care of where they're at and show everybody their boss. I mean, you know, think about it. A big human walking around, and there's this little creature about that big, maybe 2.5 to 4 inches, depending on what kind it is. And everybody runs from them, so they're scared of them, and that's okay. So what I'm seeing right now is there are some situations that aren't really settled around you, things that make you a little uneasy. And that's okay. Just remember that you're protected, and you set the rules. You set the boundaries. So nothing will come in to attack, and that's what I'm being shown as a scorpion. Nothing will be able to attack you or come after you for any reason with negativity at all. It's because you've got these boundaries up, and that's cool because you're utilizing that as a strength rather than a weakness, like by running away, right? And I'm also being shown that you have to, okay, so this is in conjunction with, you have to start standing up for yourself more. I just feel sometimes that you're possibly one of those people that are very quiet and take a step back from everything and just kind of watch. We used to, and this isn't bad, we used to call them wallflowers. When I was a kid, I was a wallflower. I didn't like to engage. People made me nervous. And this is kind of what I feel with you. Not that people necessarily are making you nervous, but some of the things that are going on that go around on you day to day is just a little bit overwhelming, a little bit of anxiety there. So just don't worry about it, because you've got all the tools you need to stand in your own power, so to speak. And they want you to stand up for yourself more. Be more optimistic. Be more more of a present. Stand in your power, because you've got a lot. You've got a lot to offer people as far as friendship and other things. I think too, with this year around the sun that's going to be coming up for you around the world for your birthday, just like Sean started last week. So this next trip is going to be full of opportunities, but it's going to present to you for things that normally you might not want to do, but you might want to rethink it, because they're opportunities that you might want to take. It'll make your life a little more interesting each day. And, sometimes we just have to go for it. And by that, I mean, even if it's out of our comfort zone, sometimes we just have to go for it, because that's what expands us. That's what life's about, is all about how we experience things as we walk. That's why we're here. Every day, every moment is a new example for us to enjoy and learn from, right? It's kind of like classes at school, right? We go because we want to learn, and this is the way life is right now. And I feel this is going to be really good for you, but you do have to stand up into your own power and kind of push out a little bit more than you've been, and it won't hurt. And like I said, you're very protected, and you've learned to harness that energy for yourself to be able to work with all the things that are around you in this world. So happy birthday, and I hope that resonated for you, Miss Cat, and thanks for being here. Of course, in your card is the Scorpion. Ooh, I used to, when I was at my pet shop that I used to own when I was in my 20s and early 30s, I had a customer that would come in and they wanted to get Scorpion as a pet. Now, I'm not really sure about the pet part, but they were interesting. Not something I'd want to have myself, but they were very, very interesting. So, hi, Kay, how are you? Hi, Presh, how are you? Let me see. What's this going on here? Hi, Rihanna, how are you? Oh my goodness gracious. That's awesome for you. That's awesome. For a kids charity, I love doing charity work. It's awesome. It gets interesting for sure. Good luck for you. All right, and here's Rihanna. How are you? I love you very much, woman. I hope you're doing well. Okay, gonna go down a little bit more. Hi, Natalie. How are you? Okay. Oh, let's see. I'm due down on the night, and I have my cards with me. This time, I'm being asked to do it. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. When we expand ourselves a little bit, it kind of works, and everybody has this gift. You just have to work at it a little bit to kind of perfect how you're going to roll with it. And then you bring in things that you've learned from other people, and you open yourself up to that. And it can be a wonderful experience. Just remember, Kay, to drink a lot of water and make sure you ground yourself again and cleanse yourself after you do those reads, okay? Woohoo! Okay, so I'm going to go down. You're very welcome. Woo! Nobody here today. Anybody else want to read? Hi, Joyce. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. But yeah, we're kind of quiet here today. That's unusual. Maybe because Sean said we weren't going to be around, but we are around. And hopefully, if anybody else has got some questions, pop on in. This is something that's very interesting. We've had a shift go on with the planets. Not astrology shift, because I checked in with Storm yesterday, but the plates in the Earth have switched up a little bit. Hi, Jenna. How are you? All right. Okay, Kay. I'll give you one. Yeah, it's really quiet. I'm really surprised. Well, we're getting into warm weather, and people are starting to do everything outside and getting, schools out. People are, being busy with their kids and all that good stuff. So let's see what I can get for you today, Kay. Hang on. Natalie, I see it. We'll get you too. Okay. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, wow, here you go. Pretty cool. All right. You've got the lizard. That's very cool. The lizard brings in for you, and this is all about blending for you. What I'm seeing is you've fit in, you've made yourself come in and work a certain way to kind of belong, find your little niche. So you fit in and you've made your mark and you've blended in to the new you. So people are going to start taking more notice of you. But just remember, you're in control of that. So if things are coming at you that you don't care for, again, just blend in. And they're actually saying to me that you've kind of perfected that, okay? You've perfected that ability to be able to blend in, but also to be able to connect. So this is really important for you because, especially with what you said you're just going to be doing soon, just remember the energies will come at you with different vibrations, and they kind of go from here up. Once you learn what those vibrations kind of relate to and who it is from spirit that's coming through for you, you'll feel those different vibrations. And again, this is all about blending in with those vibrations as they come in for you so that you can do new things, to open up, like opening up your third eye. So you're actually being more comfortable in it, right? So you're blending in, but you've learned and you've grown, and that tail's all grown back on the lizard. It's not broken anymore, and you're becoming. So you have also got adaptability, and that was what I was seeing as well. Adaptability to be able to attain the things you want to do, but now it's how you want to do it. Not how you've been shown to do it, not how you've been pushed to do it. Now it's at your own pace. So that's you. And it's all about the lizard today. And I'm really proud of you. I mean, you've come such a far, far, far way. And I am just so proud of you for embracing who you are and standing up and being out there. Okay. So I love you. And thanks for popping on. I hope that resonates for you. And I see Kat. Kat, how are you, dear?
I'm fine.
Are
I
you
just
good?
wanted to say hi to you.
Well, that's good. I appreciate it. So it's your birthday next week?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you've got this rabbit is so beautiful, Kat. What's his name?
Her name is Thumper.
Oh, she's beautiful. I used to raise rabbits, and I just love them. Now, did you say it was your brother that had the babies and stuff? Was that your brother?
Yes.
Oh, that baby is just beautiful, though. I love rabbits. They're actually good pets. They can be litter trained in the house, and they're actually really smart.
Right. She thinks she's a dog at times when it comes to her food. She does a wee swirl before I put the food down.
That's cool. Well, I had one. This was back in the late 80s, early 90s, and somebody actually dropped her off to my house, just left her in my yard because they knew I took care of animals. And she had been neutered, right? She had been spayed, so she couldn't have babies. She was a Norwegian red giant. She was probably about 15 pounds. And I had a Basset Coonhound mixed dog, and they used to sleep together and play together. And they're just amazing creatures, just amazing creatures. So what are you going to do on your birthday? Anything special?
I don't think so. My dad got me a Switch, but I'm not to get that till my birthday, so I'll be playing that.
That's
And then
good.
that's it.
That's good.
Right.
Well, I hope you have an awesome day on your birthday. What day is it?
A week today.
Okay, next week. I'll see you. And you know what? I'll be here and I'll sing you happy birthday, okay?
Right. Thanks.
Okay. I love
Bye.
you. Thanks for popping on. It's always nice to have people that come in. You know, always nice to have people come in. Yes. Hi, Natalie Piper. How are you? Yeah, I can get you a card. Uh-oh. What are you doing back there, dude? Did you drop your scratcher? Oh, you dropped your scratcher? Here, you want another scratcher? Huh? There you go. Want this one? Give me. There you go. He is amused by easy things, let me tell you. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see what I got for you today, Natalie. Oh, Mango. What are you? You being jealous? Yeah, you're jealous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, yeah, this is an awesome card. This is the White Buffalo, which has a scratch on it. A white buffalo. White buffalo represents the North, the ancestors. And it's kind of a sacred connection. So this is about you kind of being supported by the ancestors. I'm seeing them kind of walk around you and kind of hold you up and shore you up. If there's something going on, it's kind of giving you a little bit of a difficult time where you're feeling some pushback. And by pushback, I mean like you want to get through it. You want to be done with it. You want to be over with it, but it's not letting you do that. So that's what I consider pushback. Okay. So this might be pushback from people around you. It might be a job situation, but it's something that you're having a little bit of, you're over it, a little bit of trouble kind of getting through. So what they're saying is don't put fear into it. Don't think you can't do it. This is the biggest thing. Don't think you cannot do it, because if we put into things that we cannot or we're not able to do it, that's what we pull in. That's the energy we pull in. You know, I've heard people say like, I don't know how much more of this I can take. Well, you're actually putting that out to the universe. How much can I take? So this is about you, again, another one, standing in your own power. You've got this. And I feel like this is kind of a big deal. Like something you've been working with or trying to work through for quite a while. And it's just like I said, it keeps giving you some pushback. So just remember with the white buffalo is sacred. The white animals that show up, like there's been white eagles this year that people have seen, and solid white hawks or white deer. White is considered very sacred within the wild animal community. And so this is what it's bringing for you. You're special. They know you're special, but you can tap into that ancestral line because they're backing you. So when you get to a point of maybe frustration with whatever this is, and I do feel it's something that you've been dealing with for a while. So if you're really getting to a point of frustration, just take a step back, take a deep breath, give yourself some time, shake it off, and then go back with it, and you'll get through it because you have everything you need to get through it. And then just ask your ancestors, your bloodline, to assist you getting through it, and they will answer you because they're very much in support of you. So that's your card today. It's the white buffalo, and that's a very sacred card, and I hope it resonates for you. Sometimes, you know, we have a hard time, and thanks, Natalie, for coming on today. I appreciate it. Hi, Gita. How are you? Sometimes, you know, we get to a point where, and I've been there a lot the past few years, it's like, I'm so tired of trying to push through and get something done, or I'm so tired of stuff happening that's kind of impeding me from getting things done the way they should be done, right? And it's hard. And sometimes we keep getting slapped, right? We keep getting slapped. Bam, bam, bam. All the time getting slapped. And it's like, gosh, what's going to come next? Well, we have to learn to not say what's going to be next. Because if we put that out there, then we will find out what's going to be next. We just have to kind of think ourselves through, like positivity. Like if you're ill, you picture yourself healthy, because a lot of things that can be brought in that we bring in ourselves with fear and worry and concern, that will hinder our healing, and it can actually make us sicker. So there's different things that you do, but you've got what you need, and just push through it and just picture yourself. Or if you're trying to manifest something, I'm trying to manifest, be very specific. You know, be very, very specific with what you're trying to manifest. Kind of write it out, you know. Hi, Marie Duffy. How are you? Okay, let's see what Rihanna has. Oh, that's so good. I saw some pictures the other day, Rihanna. That baby is just a doll. Just a doll. Sure, I can read for you. Hi, Panda Feets. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Okay, you go eat. It's good to see you. How is your hubby? I miss seeing him. He just forgot about me. Steve just forgot about me. No, I'm just kidding. Tell him I said hi, Panda. Okay, let's see what I can get for you today. Alrighty, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Was that 5? Yep, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh, you're trying to sneak one over on me here, girl. All right, here you go. Well, I love this one. This has been coming up a lot lately. And I think it's because people to me need to be more real with themselves. Your card today is the emu, okay? I mean, just look at that. How would you like that thing staring at you, right? Like looking at you like, what the heck? Kind of like what he does to me, right? Like, what the heck? What are you doing, Mom? So the emu brings in this particularly, they bring in like, why aren't you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Why aren't you trusting the options? And they're using the word options, which is curious to me. Options, why aren't you like trying them out? And it's like, you can definitely go try them out, but be assertive about it. And this is what's coming through for me today. I mean, look at that face. Look at that face. It's like these big eyes just staring at you, like daring you to do, just daring you to do it, right? So whatever this is, you need to do it. I actually kind of get a feeling that this has been something that you've been pondering or you've attempted before, but you just can't work this. And you attempted it quite a while back, and it was almost like you weren't prepared for it, so it kind of went to the wayside a little bit. But they're telling me to tell you now, you've got the information, you've got the stand and power for yourself to do whatever this is. And I feel like there's going to be like four choices. They're giving me the number 4, and it's going to be like 4 opportunities, and you can take any one of those 4 because you're driving the bus, right? So it's your choice, nobody else's, but it's your choice. And what I'm hearing is you can take them in whatever order, but you'll be knocking them off one at a time. Okay, and don't try to like hurry up and get to the next part before you're done with the first one that you walked into. So whatever these opportunities are, they're going to be good, but you need to step into them and at least learn about them. And if it doesn't work or doesn't feel like the right fit, you can take a step back. But what I'm being shown is you just have to set fear aside. It's kind of like, okay, they just showed me you jumping out of a airplane with a parachute, right? Like sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith, right? And then when you get down to a certain part, you pull it and the chute opens and, you know, you glide to the ground. Sometimes we just have to jump in. And this is what the emu is saying to you. Don't stick your head in the sand. Just go for it. And emus are fierce. So that's what you need to kind of bring in and sort out for yourself. Be fierce, whatever this is that you want to do. And it could be just a small inkling of, wow, I think I'd like to try that sometime. Don't wait for sometime. I'll tell you 100 times over, sometimes we aren't guaranteed down the road. We aren't guaranteed minute to minute. We're here, so if we can, we need to experience things as they pop up. So that's your card, Miss Joyce, and I hope it resonates for you. I love you. Thanks for coming on today. Appreciate you. Yay! Yay, pandas! Oh, I didn't know. 3-0. That's okay. You can. I'm not going anywhere. Hi, Deb. How are you? Woo, Deb. Deb Diver. Oh, you got the guinea pigs. So I see the guinea pigs and I see cats, rabbits. We used to have guinea pigs when my daughter was very young. She was still in middle school, I think. And we had a few of them. One of them was Oreo. I can't remember what the other one was. We had about 3 or 4 of them. And they're just, I love guinea pigs too. Guinea pigs are cool. The only sad thing for me is we actually even had pet rats, which are really smart. But the only thing for me it's sad is they don't have long lifespans, but they're great pets, very cuddly. And I heard, and I know this is bad, but I heard some countries they're like they treat them like chicken. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want my pet being eaten like a chicken. All right, here we go, Deb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Deb, aren't you the one that had that really pretty charcoal gray guinea pig? I love that one. It's beautiful. Okay, so for you today, I have Grandmother Moon. Okay, so let me see what Grandmother Moon has to share. Okay, so there's some things that you need to be able to do to kind of empower yourself, like things that maybe haven't been working out for you, or you just haven't really wanted to deal with, or things that have popped up that you kind of want to just wish them away. So what I'm hearing is use the moon, use Grandmother Moon as a blessing. You kind of need to recharge yourself as well as, like, I have crystals all over my home and gems and stones. They're all sitting out everywhere. And a lot of times my ones that are most powerful are the ones that I keep in my windows. And they are set to pull in not only grandfather's sun, but Grandmother Moon. Okay, all that good energy. And this is what I'm saying. You need to kind of rejuvenate yourself. I feel like there's tiredness, or like it's stale. Everything you're doing, it's same old, and you need to kind of treat yourself better and kind of gravitate to that energy from the moon. Even if you go outside, and I know this might sound crazy, but it's not. If you go outside and stand for a little bit or sit on a nice night and just collect that moon energy, it will help to kind of balance you again and heal some things that need to be healed. And I feel that these are things that you've been bringing forward for a long time, like dragging them with you. You need to kind of let those go. And just because they're there doesn't mean we have to keep them present every day. And it doesn't mean that you're letting things go or you'll forget about people or any of that. But you need to take care of you. Okay, so you need to recharge your own battery, so to speak. I'm not even sure what the moon cycle is at right now, but I will post in group later. There's something that happened, and it was all new to me, but 2 days ago there was a shift with the planets, but not astrology-wise, because I did ask Storm. But it was a different vibration, and actually the plates within the Earth and some of the other planets have shifted, and the rotation has changed a little bit as to what I heard. And because of that, a lot of people were kind of thrown off balance, out of balance, or they felt kind of off. So this is what I'm seeing is you've been feeling a little drained, and you need to take better care of yourself. So use that. Definitely use that Grandmother Moon. That's why she's there for us. She's, it's also the feminine part of us. that needs that recharge and reboost from Grandmother Moon. So I hope that resonates for you, Deb, and go stand in your power and stand out and howl at the moon. I love it. I just absolutely love it. All right. How are you? Ha! Yeah, villagers with pitchforks. That's a lot, right? Oh, thank you, Rihanna. I appreciate it. Hi, Maud. Yeah, I'll get you a card too. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see what I can get for you. You don't have a picture. You just have a letter. Miss Maud. Okay. All right. I want me to do this again. All right. I'm going to cut them. All right. I'll do that too. All right. They want me to cut them and mix them up. All right. So here we go. What are you talking about over there? Huh? What are you talking about over there? Can I get your tail? You can let me get your tail? No, you don't want it. He screams like a baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, I really mixed those up, but you got this card too today. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you might have gotten this card a while back too. You also get the Scorpion today, okay? Now, you know, here's the thing for you. You see how the positioning is? It's kind of on the offensive, right? It's attacking. It's putting, going after people, using your own power to push people back and kind of set your boundaries. And I feel that with this, with the Scorpion doing that, you really are securing your boundaries the way they need to be. And just remember, as you're doing that, you need to put some of those people, things, experiences, whatever, on the outside of your sacred circle. And so when the boundaries are up, you need to push them out just a little bit farther than you're normally putting them out, so that you do have more room, number one, and you can experience just a little bit more of positives that'll be coming in for you. And I keep hearing that you've cycled the negatives. You've learned from them, and they've made you stronger, so that you put all that experience into your proverbial toolkit, as I call it. And because of that, now you're able to kind of move out a little farther and expand your reach, basically, is what they're saying. Okay, so continue. Yeah, continue, because you're not doing people harm, but you're realizing, and this is what I'm being told, and take note of this, is because they're saying you're realizing people and things that aren't good for you, and you're understanding that, so you're cleaning all that out, or you're in the process of doing that, so that you make room for more positives. And this is really super important. You know, and tomorrow, I believe it's tomorrow, the 21st of June, I think it's summer solstice, if I'm not mistaken. So tomorrow, everybody, and Deb Diver, you know, with the Grandmother Moon, tomorrow is going to be a huge day of empowerment for all of us if we take advantage of it. So definitely put crystals and stones and gems and anything else that you need to be kind of charged or recharged. And you'll find that as well, Maud. You're going to step into something a little bit newer as far as new things coming in for you. But there'll be positives because you've done the work. So that's kind of a validation for you. And that's your card today. And it's a Scorpion. So I hope that resonates with you. Yeah, you know, I big stuff going on this week. And I basically kind of slipped my mind. The summer solstice is a great energy day, so you definitely want to make sure you can get out there and soak up some of not only the moon energy but the sun energy as well. It's a fantastic time to be able to start manifesting new things. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm shuffling these, but I'm not looking, am I? I'm not really sure. Yeah, he is. He's all pink. Thank you. Yeah, he's a pink boy. I don't know if he'll let me pick him up right now. Yeah, Presh, I will do a read for you. Hey, you want to come over? Everybody wants to see who you are. Come over. Come on. Say hi, everybody. Say hi, everybody. Who's that in there, huh? Who is that? Can you show them your pink feathers? Yeah, show them your pretty pink feathers. Is that you? Who's that in there? Say hi. Say hi. He's a good boy. I got him last September. He's just doing very well. Here, you want to play with this? Want to play with this? Yeah? No, gimme. Okay. All right, Presh, let's see what I can get for you today. Yeah, Phoenix is a good boy. He's getting to the point. He's like a kid. He's like a toddler. They have actually their mentality is that of a 5 or a 6-year-old. And the more he gets comfortable here, the more he wants to be with me. So I usually take him with me from room to room, and he's like playing on the counters or sitting on the chair with me or doing whatever, playing, combing his feathers or whatever he does. And recently he's felt so much more comfortable that he's actually, if I'm not in the room, he'll get on top of his cage and fly to the floor, and he'll run through the house to try to find me. I swear they're like toddlers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what's Presh going to get today? Oh, this is an interesting one. I don't think you've ever gotten this card. Maybe. The prayer tie. Okay. Everybody's like, oh, what's a prayer tie? Well, here it is. Prayer tie. Let me get a drink. Here, you want some water? Doo-doo. Before I give Presh a read. Okay, drink some water. No, don't get on the glass. Just take a drink. All right, there you go. All right, so the prayer tie in my culture is kind of a symbolism, like a rosary would be for the Catholic people, and every religion, or a way to connect with higher self or higher deities or creator God, right? So that's kind of what it is. A prayer tie is red cotton, and it's about a 2-inch by 2-inch square. I put tobacco, white sage, and lavender in them, and then you tie them with a white cotton string, and you hang them outside for our prayers to be heard. It's an offering. It's a thanking. We do it like when animals pass or creatures pass. We put them out. We throw a prayer tie outside with them. They're also for protection. But the main thing I'm hearing is the connection you have with what I will call, because I don't like labeling, is the divine energies, okay? And yep. It's like you're putting something up that's very important to you, that you want to go well for you, that you want to happen, that you want to manifest. And what they have is they're showing me hands lifting up. So it's like you have made the right connection to connect with the divine energy, and they're shifting things to be able to assist you with what it is your goal has been set to. Don't give up. Whatever this is, they're telling me to tell you, please don't give up, because a lot of times people will, like, it'll take a while and they're like, oh, I don't want that anymore. Or I'm just too tired of waiting for it. This is like, don't think it's not going to happen. It just takes time. And sometimes there's trials and errors that we have to go through as humans to get to that point as well. But know that those divine energies are working with you. And I actually feel my hands are actually tingling right now. I feel like this energy is almost protecting you from the negatives that are around you. And, when I say negatives, it doesn't mean necessarily the people that you're living with. It could be just events that are happening around you socially, or, within the city or the state or the place that you live. It's like they're trying to protect you from all of the negatives that are out there. And again, my hands are just like buzzing right now. So this is around you to protect you from negatives that would come in. So don't waste your time saying, oh, dwelling and giving energy to anything that's around you that's negative. Just let it go. It's being burned off, like I said, by this connection to the divine. And they know that you've set things up that you want to happen. They understand and you're being heard. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get you where you want to be with whatever this is. Okay, so that's really a good card. Okay, and continue, and I had just heard in my head, continue whatever it is that you're doing, because it's very positive. Okay, so that is your card today, Precious, the prayer tie. I like that. That was really, really cool. Well, you know, I'm going to have to pay a toll or something, Miss Cindy Pinkham. A toll because you're late. That's fine. All right. I started early. All right. Hi, Margaret. You're here. Oh. Okay, good. I'm glad, Natalie. Yeah, I'm glad. Sometimes, you know, and people, actually, I'll probably put this on because people need to see this. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute, guys. Okay, I'm going to run that down on the bottom just for a little bit because sometimes people ask me, oh, how do we get hold of you for a reading? And you can get a full reading from me. Just go to my website and look under the sessions. Marie Duffy, 1975. I am fine, and I'm glad you're fine. Oh, hiccups. Well, my day has been well. I've actually got a lot of stuff done, and actually Brianne is heading up tonight, my daughter from another mother. She's going to spend some days with me here in the next few days, so I'm anxious to see that as well. Okay, let's see, everybody saying hi to everybody. Hi, Pamela Crawford's in the house. Sure, Wendy, I can do that for you. Hang on one second. Let me just kind of do that. All right, let me see what I can get for you. Ooh, let's see what I have for Wendy today. Ooh. All right, here we go. 7th card. For those of you that are new, I picked the 7th card because there's 7 directions. 7 is a sacred number and 7 grandfather teachings. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Wow. Just wow. What is going on today? Just wow. Okay, Wendy, you get the Scorpion as well today. That's just wow. That just blows me away. You shuffle them up, you cut them, and that card comes up again. Well, there must be a reason. So, okay. So for you, let's see what the Scorpion. Okay, the Scorpion for you. All right, I feel like you've been in a place, like stuck in a place, of time, right? So that you're been doing things and you wanted to move away from it, but you're kind of stuck where you're at. But it's almost because of the fact that you're comfortable with where you're at, and to take a step outside of that is new. So that adds fear, right? So the Scorpion, of course, like I said earlier, you know, they're not that big, but everybody's scared of them. So they have human-sized people that will run from them, right? And they can be poisonous, but not all of them are deadly. Okay, they're just kind of weird little crustacean critters. But this is to empower you. This is coming in literally. The Scorpion is stinging you, but stinging you so that you can grow stronger from its medicine, because you haven't quite stood in your own power. Okay, so, okay, I hope this is right, but this is what they're showing me. So like when people come at you and they kind of make you uncomfortable, or they kind of like, oh, why aren't you doing this and what? You kind of have a tendency to step back, and you kind of don't want to have to deal with it, but it like keeps coming up. It keeps coming up. It's always stuff that you don't want to have to deal with, or people just being kind of stuck on stupid, right? And the world is full of those people right now. They've come out from the woodwork, and I get it. But you have to trust yourself. And this is what I'm seeing. This is why they're showing me the stinging. Okay, so all those negatives that hit you, you need to bring them in and mutate them to grow stronger. You need to understand why they're coming at you. It doesn't mean that you have to accept that negative. It just means you have to understand it. By understanding it, you can move past it with positives. So, and being stuck like in the same, like, you know, I'll go through weeks at a time sometimes, and I feel like I'm stuck in a rut, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, you know, same, different day, same thing. And it just kind of repeats and cycles. And you kind of get to a point where you kind of go through stuff. And this is how I used to be with jobs after I'd been there for a while. You know it, you could do it blind, right? Because I was there so long. Like when I worked down in ICU at Children's Hospital. And it's like you're so used to the routine of things that you're not taking charge of changing it up. And this is another part of why that scorpion is trying to go after you like that. And it's metaphorically, of course, but it's like to get you moving in a different direction, to change things up and use all that negative stuff that gets thrown at us as humans in a positive way by learning from it so that we don't make those mistakes, so that we don't allow stuff like that to come in again to harm us. I mean, mind, body, spirit, we can be harmed in many ways, but this is what it's showing to me. And you have what it takes to get through it. Just remember that and be kind to yourself. So that is your card, Wendy Jane, and I hope that resonates for you. And your card's a scorpion. Woo! Okay. Hi, Pamela Crawford. This is a Timna African gray. It's smaller than the Congo gray. And yes, not all of them are pink. It's a recessive gene that they have. And when I got him, he didn't have all his feathers because I adopted him from a rehab place, which does great work here in Michigan. They're amazing people. And so once I got him, after a few months, more and more pink feathers started showing up. And now he's just the pink African gray. He's cool though. He talks a lot. He's just quiet because we're all back here. Okay, so I'm gonna go down a little bit again. Hi, you're very welcome. I am glad. That is awesome for you. That's awesome. Okay, hello. I see we've got another lovely person in here. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. You know, that's just, you know, seriously in black user. Okay. All right. Here we go. Sorry. Not going to worry about it, guys. Okay. Panda Feets. Oh, saying hi to everybody. You see, you were missed. I'm not the only one that missed you. Okay. Let's see. Sure, I can do that, Paul. I'm glad, Prush. Sometimes, you know, we have to look at stuff a little differently. And sometimes I think that we don't realize, and I really do believe that people don't understand the connection with that divine energy. That if we make a strong connection, you know, it doesn't have to be through a church. It doesn't have to be through anything except what we make it and we want it to be. But I really do believe that they help us. It's like guardian angels or spirit guides or whatever, or a family that is over in the spirit lands. They all help us if we ask them. All righty, Paula. Let's see what I can get for you, my dear. Are you behaving over there? Are you behaving? What are you doing over there? Just trying to be cute or what? Are you just trying to be cute? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, This is okay. So I don't know what's going on with y'all today. I don't understand, but I got 72 cards in this deck, and I just cut them and shuffled them and cut them and shuffled them again. And you, my dear, also have the Scorpion. I mean, obviously there's stuff going on that people need to be paying attention to take better care of self. Okay. So for you with the Scorpion coming in, this is about how you're viewing some things that are around you right now. You're actually stepping into that Scorpion fire, that Scorpion don't screw with me kind of attitude, which is good because you're protecting yourself and you know the boundaries and you're protecting those around you. And I'm literally seeing from inside the Scorpion, and it's like you're showing and making a stand about something. So again, this is not a bad thing. This is a good thing because sometimes we just need to stand up, and we need to block things that are around us that are coming at us sometimes in negative ways. You know, I had a person, and I'm going to give you an example of it. I had a person the other day in one of my groups, which is actually about African Greys. And somebody was talking, and they put a picture up of their new gray. And I could tell, actually, by looking at it, it was still a baby. It still wasn't a year old. It had all its feathers, but they kind of, just like babies, human babies, they have that innocent look on them when they're little, right? And she was showing something that the bird was playing with, and she explained it was just the box. There was the things that were in it weren't, bad. They were empty. They were just fake stuff, and he was playing with it. Somebody got online, and this is what I'm talking about, because you have to stand up for yourself and those you love around you sometimes, because no one else will do it, right? Somebody got on this particular post and called this person very nasty names and called her an idiot and told her she was stupid. And I'm like, wow, back it up, folks, And it's like people in the world today right now, sometimes we can let it pass, and sometimes we have to stand up for it, okay? Because people feel very empowered behind their little phone keyboards, right, to say things. And it's really kind of ugly, and it's really kind of sad that the world is in this place right now. I'm 62. I've been through the riots. I've been through the race wars in Detroit. I've been through Vietnam War, where we lost people. And, 9/11 came, and all this other stuff in between, right? But I've never, in my 62 years I've been here, have seen people as ugly as they can get now. They just feel free to do it. And this is what I'm getting for you. There's these things, and if you don't think you're questioning yourself whether you should step into it, this card is telling you to be the boss and you to take care of it. And there's always polite ways of doing that. And I give people room. They might have a bad day. They might have something really crappy going on that day, but there's also a point where it goes over that, and they're just mean people, full of hate and anger. This is what you have to protect yourself from and those around you. So if this comes shooting at you this week, just politely, but back it down. Make sure they know you hear them, but they don't need to come at you or who these people are that are around you that you're trying to protect. And it's not like, it's not like somebody's going to go outside and beat somebody up. This is not what it is. This is words. This is hateful words, hateful situation that people are trying to draw you into. So whatever it is, don't, and put your boundaries out, because you've manifested that poison from that Scorpion to bring in positive change for you and positive empowerment. Okay, so that's your card today, Paula. And I don't know if everybody else is going to get one, but I hope it resonates for you. You're very welcome, and I'm glad. Okay, let's see. Okay. Good, see? Ha! See? And trauma is you know, trauma is a slippery slope. Everybody, I don't care who we are, at some point or another in our lifetime, we will experience some kind of trauma. It could be an illness, it could be, you know, something else, it could be through relationship, it could be through anything, okay? And I actually have PTSD, and it doesn't trigger easily, but once it triggers, it's kind of scary, right? You kind of want to shrink into a closet or into a corner, and you just don't want to deal with stuff. And today's world is so angry, and people have kind of lost their humanity. They've lost their empathy. They've lost compassion for situations and people. And it's all about them, and it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing or what they want. And we have to be kind of beacons of light for that, right? We have to be beacons of light. And even though sometimes it's hard, some days we're not that beacon, but we can try and push through it. And also, you need to be connecting with people of same mind and same thought process. And if you need help or something, you can always reach out to me. If I'm available, I will jump right in. And if I don't see it right away, I will see it. And I'm sure there's people that have been here that I have done this for. You know, it's a tough world that we live in, but we need to start teaching people how to have that compassion for each other, how to have empathy for one another. And it's like, just don't go at people and call them stupid. Just say, hey, you know, I did this, and, you know, I would suggest maybe you do, but don't be cruel about helping. That's not, and that's not even helping. That's just making a toxic situation. So yeah, it's just sad. It's just sad that this is the world we live in. Absolutely. Okay, so let me pull this down again. You know, and this is true. Okay, I've been through some, and it does make you stronger. Once you process it, right, Maud? Once we process stuff, you know, that's like a lot better. Okay, because it gives us more insight in how to react to things. Trauma is bad. I hate trauma. Everybody hates trauma, but it does happen, and we have to be able to learn to cope with it and stand with it. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Hi, Sue. How are you? Oh, hand waving. There you go. All right, let's see. Hi, Chloe. How are you? Oh, this. I love that. I love that. Hedgehog Haven. That's so cute. Hedgehogs are actually cute. They really are cute. They have some of them in Michigan, some of the pet shops downstate. I live up in the woods, so I don't see them, but they have them and raise them as pets, and they are cute. They're little sweet, when they're babies, they're just really sweet looking. All right. Let me go down a little bit again. Everybody's, hi, Lindsay Culver. How are you? Oh, you know, this, you see those little boogers you got up down there? I love that. The aliens, right? We're going to be talking about those in a couple weeks over with Holly and I. Tomorrow, if you guys get a chance, we're going to be here same time, same channels. And Holly Jenkins and I are going to be discussing totems and spirit guides. So that'll be fun to do. And we always go at each other. We're always a lot of fun. All right, let's see. Good. You're very, very welcome. Just know that, and this is like a kind of something we all sometimes forget, that we can ask for help from our spirit family. You know, it's kind of like, I kind of laugh at today with the technology that's out there, like for all the paranormal shows and stuff. I have a lot of respect for Sean and Bex and how they do things. That's why I love them so much, and that's why I'm here with them. But some people don't. And I look at like people that have, there's two kind of major thought processes, right? You either believe in spirit. I call them spirit, but people call them ghosts or whatever you want to call them. You either believe in it or you don't. And there's like the scientific brain that says, well, you need to prove it to me. And then there's the other brain with like me is you don't have to prove it to me. It's faith, and it's what I know and what I see and what I hear and understand. And sometimes those two clash a little bit, but I have faith. And I actually have seen a couple people over the years that were very science minded that have had their socks blown off with stuff. So it's kind of cool. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off on a tangent, guys. Hang on, I'm looking. Thank you, Pamela, for that sticker. This is actually a good question, Sue. Okay, I've kind of, when I was a child, my earliest memory was like 4 or 5, and my mom told me when she was alive that I would be talking to invisible things, or I would talk to animals and I would hear them back. I just thought when I was a kid that everybody could do it, okay? And it's not the fact, and it's not the fact that we all can't do it. It's just sometimes the way society teaches us, it shuts part of our kind of that sixth sense thing off, that tingly feeling where we pick up stuff off, because it's socially like you don't want your children to be talking to invisible people. Although I will say that in 2023, it's not like when I was going through it in the 60s and 70s. Way better right now. I mean, there's so much out there. When I connect, and what I often tell people is just sit with yourself in a quiet space. You don't have to meditate. You can meditate. You can use music to get you into that vibe, but you just have to kind of let yourself go a little bit, Sue. And once you do that and you feel comfortable with it, because sometimes people feel like it's very scary and, oh, I'm inviting things in. No. You say your protections, you ask for positives to come through, and then just sit. And it doesn't happen overnight. It's not like dialing up on the phone. But I will tell you something. This is kind of a sneak peek for tomorrow. Totems. People say, oh, what's my totem? Can you see my totem? I can see people's totems just like I can see spirits standing with them, right? Not everybody's that, but that's what I do. I do it every day, so I'm able to pick up on it. But if you stop and think about it, okay, look around your house. What do you collect? What do you have a lot of? Some people have dragonflies. Some people have butterflies. Some people have cats. Some people have wolves. I have bears. I've had bears with me since I was a kid. Birds help me. There's all kinds of guides that you can ask for help. And I actually, because I always like to kind of get a pulse check and get a kind of a checkup with what I'm doing. I actually took, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, I actually took a class with Cindy Kaza just to see where I was at in comparison, because I'm 62, I've been doing this for a long time, where other people are at and how they think and their processes. And everybody, the great thing, and I love Cindy Kaza. If you guys get a chance to take a class with her, absolutely do it. It was online, so it was really easy. It wasn't super expensive, but it was kind of a validation how everybody does things differently. So you need to kind of sit with yourself, Sue, and kind of just get in that comfortable place and just ask for yourself to be blessed, that ask to be able to see your spirit guide or your totem, or ask for assistance from the spirit world of ancestors, and that's family that have walked with you or even back in your bloodline. They will come and help you. Now, another thing that can be is you can be in a place, right, where you're really in a deep REM sleep and then you're awake, but it's in that in-between spot, right? A lot of times if you ask and put that intent, that positive intent out, and you ask them to come to you during dream time, that's where they come. Where you're really deep, you're not awake, but they come in there. And you can basically kind of in your mind's eye, tell them, I want to, this is what I do with my grandparents. I love my grandparents. I miss my grandparents, but I always ask them, can you come and share some time with me? And I imagine myself in that spot, right? That calm spot where I used to sit with them in their kitchen all the time. And my grandmother would fuss and my grandfather would laugh and we'd have a good time. And so when they come to me, because they want to either kick my butt or give me information, they come to me in that in-between space. Another thing I'll tell you is write. Sit and quiet and just write. And it doesn't matter what comes out. You know, I laugh. People laugh at me when I say this, but I don't care if it's his order a cheeseburger from Burger King. Okay, I don't care. Just write what comes down to you. And it may take a process to do that. But then eventually you'll see that some of the stuff that comes into you is really informing, I guess I would say. So yeah, there's all kinds of ways, and there's no set, and I laugh too because there's no set pattern. And this is what I brought up in the class with Cindy. There's no how-to book, okay? It's all based on who you know, how they work. You take the good, the bad, and the indifferent, and then you work it for yourself and you try things out. That's the only way you're gonna know how. So again, thank you, Pamela, for putting that up. That's appreciative. Hi, Rachel. How are you? Nice to see you here. I'm glad. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so let me see. Sometimes, Sue, that's actually hard. You know, when they have all kinds of, this is another thing. And I don't mind talking about this. I'll get you guys cards. Yeah, excuse me. I just have to readjust here. One of the things that I think a lot of people that do this, it's part of who we are. You can put it to, there's all kinds of names. Like I said, I don't like labels. Okay. So a sensitive or an empath or a psychic or what is another word? I'm trying to think of it. A medium. Okay. There's all different names. Okay. All it is, they're all the same thing. Okay. But we may do them differently, or how we connect or how we do them may be differently than the next person, right? But when we utilize this gift, we're also reminded we have to protect ourselves, because it would be like going into a football field. It's sold out. The stands are sold out. And then the field is just full of people. There's no more room for anybody. And you walk into that, you're feeling everybody's emotions. You're reading and hearing all kinds of things. So you have to learn how to shut the door and when to open that door and what to allow to come in or put the boundaries up so you're not getting hit with that constantly. And that's a very difficult thing sometimes for people, especially like people that are just starting to get used to this ability or gift or whatever you want to call it. But you'd be surprised, because just by you saying you're sensitive and you're an empath doesn't mean you're not connected. And it doesn't mean you're not connected to guides or divine energy or totems or any of that stuff. It just means you're not aware of them being there, because we all have spirit around us. We all have guardians and divine energy. And actually, even what I call the star seeds, some people call them grays, some people call them aliens. We're not the only people in the universe. And there's probably multiple universes. So we're all connected in some way. It's just allowing ourselves to open to that. And sometimes it can be scary. Okay, I will. Thanks, though, Sue, for those questions. I appreciate it. All right, Lindsay, I will give you a card. I didn't mean to go off on that tangent, but you know, it's a good thing to talk about for sure. All right. You're welcome, Paula. Oh, please, God, don't give me a scorpion again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, I haven't had this card. This is a new card. This is one of the new cards in this deck. Oh, this is a don't get okay. So here you go. Your card is the skunk. Okay. Actually, these are great little guys. I love skunks. I actually have. I don't like them spraying, but I love skunks. They eat like larvae, mosquito larvae, ticks, and all that kind of stuff. They're really good for the environment. And the babies, the little stinkers as they are, they run around with their tail up and they're ready to spray, but they don't have any spray because they're not old enough. But they're really cute, and they stamp their feet and turn their butt to you and put that tail up. So skunk is about, for you, it's about protecting things, protecting self, protecting, like you have, okay, that's kind of funny. Okay, so they're showing me like you have walls up around you, okay? You've set up boundaries, but they're like walls, okay? But you haven't completed them. So it's like you've made an attempt to do that, but it's like people just climb over it. It's like, yeah, nah, when they step over it, okay? So for you, the skunk is all about letting people know who you are. And again, same thing like with the scorpion, standing in your own power. Don't let people walk over you. Don't let people just think, oh, she'll do this or she'll accept this. Or that's not right. You have to stand up for yourself. And this is what skunk is bringing through very, very clearly for you. And you know, and again, it sometimes, you know, we get that wild hair, right? And sometimes we get like upset at things that really shouldn't upset us. It's kind of like the skunk that I have here. She comes through in the spring and she comes through in the fall. I'm not even outside, but my windows are open. It can be in the middle of the night. I've had company and we've all been sleeping and we all get woken up because this skunk comes through and just sprays the house. No reason. It's just marking territory. So this is what I'm being shown for you. You need to mark your territory. You need to build the walls higher for the negatives that are coming at you, or the negative people or situations. You need to finish your boundaries. You need to finish your walls. And don't be upset about doing it. There's another thing, like, and I'm hitting this really loud. Don't feel guilty about doing it. You're taking care of you and yours, the people and things that are important to you in your sacred circle. Nobody else is doing that work for you. You have your own feet. You're walking your own path, okay? You need to stand up for you, okay? And make sure that people and situations and whatever know around you, these are my boundaries. And hey, I'm happy to work with you. I'm happy to do that, but don't walk over me. Okay, so you need to like empower yourself to do that. And that's your card. I love the skunk. Oh, okay. I can do that, Mina. Let me see what I can bring for you here. Hang on. Hang on. Right. All right. Hi, Marie Ward. How are you? Chloe Marie. Okay, let's see. What do you think, Phoenix? What should we do? Huh? What should we do? You gonna just sit there? Huh? Yeah. Pip, I know he's sitting. You guys don't like him over on this side of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Please, God, don't be. Oh, okay, go. All right, Mina. Your card today is the moose. Okay. Well, yeah, and I guess there is a theme today. Okay, so moose, okay, that's your card, are basically solitary animals. Very much so, solitary animals. Except when the cows have their babies. And they can drop twins, sometimes triplets, and they're very protective over not only their babies, they're extremely protective of. They're very large animals, but they're also very particular and kind of defensive with their space. So what I'm seeing with you is you have made this space for yourself. And it's kind of like I call my house, right? It's like, it's my happy place with my birds in the woods on the lake. That's what my happy place. And this is what I'm seeing for you. But I feel that there is something missing for you. Like you're in this space that you've created for yourself. Things are good. It's kind of a happy space, but there's something missing. Something just that you haven't attained yet, or you haven't. Just remember, you need to, once you create that space, put out to the universe very specifically. And I'll tell you that because I've done it and wasn't very specific, and then I've had to deal with what came in. And put that out to the universe so that it comes in for you. But you have to allow it to. And what I'm seeing is this moose that is very protective of its territory, very protective of, like we are, of our sacred circle, everything that we hold dear and the people that we have special that are in with us, that we protect, that we're there for, that work with us, all that kind of stuff, right? So what I'm seeing is you've created this sacred space, this my happy place, my happy time, but you're very defensive about anybody entering into that, almost because I want to say almost because of past things that have happened. So it's like almost like a trust issue. Like, do I let my guard down? Do I keep my walls up, my territory? Do I still protect it? Okay, you got to remember, nothing will change unless we allow it to change. So this is really important. It's great that you have your happy space, and I love my happy space. I live by myself. I love my happy space. My kids come up, but I love my space. I don't need anything else in my space, but other people do. So if this is what's going on for you right now, you have to remember you have to at least open a section where people can come in, or things or opportunities can come in for you. And although you want to be able to trust whatever is coming in, there's that fear that's keeping it out. Even the good stuff, it's a fear that's keeping it out. And it's a fear of, again, it goes back to almost a trust issue with things that have happened in the past. Remember, the past is not now. Don't bring the stuff from the past to now. And things and people and situations that come up in relationships, whether it's job or people or friends or a partner or whatever, everybody's different. Everybody changes every moment. So you have to at least let your guard down a little bit to allow the positives to come in. And that's what I see for you today. And that's what they're yelling at me. But yeah, they said, wow, it's a great happy space. So that's your card. It's the moose. And I hope, Mina, that it resonates for you. Thanks so much for coming in today. Okay. Woo! Steve! Steve is here! Steve! I missed Steve! I'm so glad you're here. God, I haven't seen you in probably half a year. I know. I will, yeah, I'll give you a card. I haven't seen you. I've missed you. It's just not the same. And I miss my little, you got the hot dog up there now, but I miss Courage. Every time I think of you, I think of Courage the dog. Let's see what I got for you today. Oh. And by the way, Mina, you are appreciated. You're new. I appreciate that. That's great that you stopped in. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to blow everybody's eardrums out. But I miss Steve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, you got a strong card today. Let me get a drink. Okay, your card today is the Komodo dragon. Okay. So the Komodo dragon is probably Maybe monitor. I don't think monitor lizards are bigger. I don't think they grow bigger. But the Komodo dragon is like one of the biggest and oldest dragons that actually come from like prehistoric time that are out there right now. They are a show of strength. They are a show of wisdom and character. And when they show up, what I'm seeing for you anyway, when they show up, it's not only about, usually they protect, you know, and people are like, oh, dragons. Yeah, they do represent dragons because dragons were a real thing back in the prehistoric times. But this is about how you are holding yourself accountable for things, how you present to your environment, how you present to the people around you and the situations around you and the relationships, like I said, work situations, people, just things that are happening around you in your world. And you are carrying the spirit of that Komodo dragon. And you need to, because the world is kind of crazy right now. But I don't know why they want you to realize that. But it's like, I'm being told, whatever this is, do not back down. Do not allow it in your space. And again, you're getting the negatives that come in for all of us right now, because it's a really kind of a bad time in the world. A lot of crazy stuff. And it's not fun over here in the United States for all my friends over the pond. It's kind of insane right now with stuff you just wouldn't think people would do. But this is how I'm being told to tell you that you need to present this way, because you're going to lead by example, so that you're honorable and you're courageous and you know, you're a solid guy. And this is what I'm seeing. But there's a reason for it right now. And I think you'll be doing this dragon, this Komodo dragon, will be with you probably till the end of August. And then there's going to be a shift for you. But please own it and embrace it. And it's the Komodo dragon. And stay safe. I'm so glad you were here. I hope that resonated for you. Oh, I love that. All right. So you live in Michigan, Mina? Oh, that's awesome. Where in Michigan do you live? I'm up in East Tawas, Sunrise side. I live off of Tawas Lake, actually. All right, so I'm going to go down a little bit. Oh, low. Let me go down. Let me go down. Okay, these people are just kind of... These people, like, seriously? Okay, all right. So, here we go. Okay. Oh, look, we have another person jumping on. I love that. It's okay. It is what it is. All right, guys. All right. Yep, you're all welcome. I hope you're all good. And, you know, I'm sorry you guys are getting inboxed by these people. All right. I apologize for that, but hey, it is what it is, right? Thank you, Cindy, for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. The kids will appreciate it and put it in whatever it is they're using it for this time. I know they were doing it for the rescue, for the cat rescue or the animal rescue before. So they'll be aware of it, and thank you very much. And so today it ends, guys, and I appreciate y'all being here, and I hope everybody got a little bit out of it. And yeah, I love you all. And don't forget, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be here same time, Holly Jenkins and myself, and we're going to go over about totems. So it's been a great show today, guys, and thanks for coming in. Bye.
Yeah. Cool. Wasn't it? Bye, bear, my bear.
Bye, Mama Bear.
See you later, bear, my bear, my bear.